This is the Jeff Kai's Auto Sports Desk.
The Bearcats are headed to the Beaver State. A Riverhawk is soaring at an early age, and the Ponies and Goats play twice on a Wednesday night. Welcome to the Sports Desk. Binghamton softball got on the road to Oklahoma City early Wednesday morning, with its first stop being in Eugene, Oregon. The Bearcats are dancing for the first time in a decade and red hot as Bing boards its flight to head west. The Bearcats are riding a 10-game winning streak heading into the NCAA National Championship Tournament, the third longest active streak in the country. Regionals, a double elimination format. Well, guess what? Binghamton has not lost back-to-back games since the month of March. All of these factors are why America East Coach of the Year Jess Bump says the team has earned the respect of the selection committee this season.
The fact that we're at the 16 seed as a 3 seed, I think just speaks volumes as to what we've done this season. Our RPI is the best it's ever been. You know, we've been 19-1 in the last 20 games, so I definitely think that probably took into effect when the selection committee was looking at it, but can't wait to hit the road and get out to the West Coast.
Bearcats on the road to the West Coast and having a little bit of trouble as well. Last we checked on Twitter, they were stuck hoping to get a connection flight to Portland. So we will keep you updated on all of that as the Bearcats are trying to get to Eugene and having a little bit of trouble doing so. Their game, 5 p.m. on Friday versus the ACC's Stanford. There's a bright future for wrestling at Owego. That much in part to Joseph Monell. The 12-year-old is turning heads across the country and racking up wins before even becoming a teen. One of those W's already in the Riverhawks trophy case, our 12 Sports Athlete of the Week.
Joey Monell has been wrestling since he was 5 years old and picked it up pretty quickly. But hearing how he first got started, it comes as no surprise why.
My brothers were wrestling and my dad was the coach, so I decided I wanted to try it out.
The Owego Riverhawk, who also trains at Extreme Wrestling, has already accomplished so much on the wrestling mat. Just recently on May 4th, he took first place at the Mid-Atlantic Wrestling Association Eastern National Tournament in Salisbury, Maryland, and is also a 2-time New York State champion. But at just 12 years old, it's Joey's mindset and wisdom that separates him from the rest.
A lot of kids come in and they go through the motions and they do it and they get better, they expect to get better, but they're not thinking about better, they're not dreaming about getting better, they're not living it. And this is really, I've seen him evolve and mature in the sport over the last year or two to a point where he's decided what he wants and decided what it takes to get there, and he's willing to do those things. And that level of thought and maturity isn't always coming out at a 12-year-old. And he's really, I would say in the last 12 months, made big leaps in that drive and that maturity.
Well beyond his years, especially when you hear his mentality every time he steps on the mats.
I think that it's not about how good you are. I think it's about how good you think you are. There's a lot of wrestlers who are really good wrestlers and have the ability to beat people, but they get in their own heads and think that they're not as good as the other person.
With that kind of mentality, Joey can make it all the way to the top.
I want to go up to the Olympic stage in wrestling.
And I'm sure we'll see you there one day. Congratulations to our 12 Sports Athlete of the Week, Joey Monell.
Riverhawks girls lacrosse also in action on Wednesday. First half, and Maggie O'Connor gets the scoring started for Chenango Forks. 1-0 Forks. Owego evening it up in transition. Lexi Herzig finding Jenna McVoy, senior, using a hezzy. We're even at 1. Riverhawks like that so nice they did it twice. Herzig finding McAvoy again. 2-1 OFA. It's 3-1 OFA here as Amelia Sherman puts the Hawks up. But the Forks defense clamps down after that. Samantha Herner, the shot, the save, and then the Blue Devils will come all the way back. Forks a winner at home, 10-7 over Owego. We move out west as the Spartans are in Horseheads for baseball. Second inning and ME playing some D. High throw here from Mason Little. Braden Palmer gets the tag down and the runner's out. Still in the second. It's a deep shot to center. Max Policare's there. That's one out. Cutoff man's in place. He's been watching his Tom Amansky tapes. That's a double play for Maine-Endwell to get out of the inning. Mason Holloway taking over from there. The future Bearcat getting Logan Vasquez looking on the hook. He's fired up after the K. Horseheads gets one on the board here off the error. The Blue Raiders would add 2 more. And Horseheads gets the win, 3-0 to win this STAC West. Ponies trying to bounce back after Tuesday night's 11-inning affair with the Yard Goats. Bing, Hartford playing 2 as well on Wednesday with a shot at first place on the line in the division. Ponies and Yard Goats, they split the pair. Binghamton lost the first one on a wild pitch in the first inning, but a Jet Williams home run in the second game, followed by a Nick Morabito double, gives them the lead, gives them the 3-2 win, and a split of the doubleheader. These two teams back at it tomorrow at 7:10. That's it for us this evening. We are back tomorrow at 5:30 and 6 p.m., but right now I'm going to throw it back to Autria to finish us out here at 11.